they're going to wish the day that they were never born. Why? Because they thought when they were coming for your family, they thought if, listen, they thought just if they received any judgment, they would be able to handle it. When God gives you judgment, God knows how to hit you where it hurts, family. God knows how to cause you to buckle to your knees. I'm telling you, some people are literally going to wish, just like Job, the day that he was ever born, because the intensity of the judgment that God is going to give people, the harshness of it, it's going to be so hard. It's going to be so painful that people are going to wish the day that they were born. It's going to be like a Pharaoh experience. You know, you're going to talk real big, but God is going to make you look small. Y'all hear me? They talk real big, but God said, I'm going to cause you to look small. You are portraying to be this big old giant, but God said you are just a minute, a little small grasshopper. I'm telling you, you are dealing with a lot of bullies, and God knows how to deal with bullies. See, the smartest thing that you can ever do is get into the ring with your adversary. Never get into the ring with the enemy. Let God jump in that ring with every opponent, with every adversary. I'm telling you, because God is going to knock the enemy out. God is going to do that for you, family. And the things that God is going to allow to be taken, the things that God is going to allow to fail in the lives of people, they're going to wish today they were never born. You know, some people, when they come for you as God's child, they don't think some of the things that they go through with, they're going to go through with it. They don't think that it'll be that harsh. And the reason why people don't think it's going to be that harsh, that they will lose anything coming for you, because they looked at you as something small. They looked at you as a common person. They looked at you as a nobody. So in their mind, they're thinking, nothing possibly can happen for me. Nothing bad that I can't deal with possibly can happen to me. And God is sitting up there laughing at the adversary family, because God knows what the end of these people are going to be. God knows that. You need to know that. You need to know from this day forward that every person that comes for you, they're really coming for God. I want everybody who's listening to this video today, I don't care where you're from. I don't care what your nationality, what your ethnicity is. I don't care what your geographical location is. I want you to understand, if you are a born again believer, filled with the precious gift of the Holy Spirit, and if anybody comes for you, makes fun at you, mocks you, tries to hinder your productivity and your strength, tries to take the courage that you do have, I want you to understand who they're doing it to. They're doing it to God, and God strictly tells us that when you've done it to the least one, you've done it unto me. See, unfortunately, some people will look at you as the least, because in their carnal eyes, in the physical eyes of these people who are filled with so much darkness and not the light of the Lord, they're going to look at you as a small person. They're going to look at you as a nobody. But God said, I'm going to take the common thing. I'm going to take the foolish thing of this world to confound and confuse the wise. But God is going to do in your life, family. God is going to confuse people, because they're going to walk away from your experience. They're going to walk away from your life, and they're not going to understand how in the world could you go from that to this. Because God is going to allow people to remember you when you were trying to come up, family. This is why some people, when they're part of your life, God won't let you prosper. He won't let you prosper. And some of you might be trying to figure out, why can't I prosper? What is going on? But as soon as these people are removed, then doors begin to open. Opportunities come in. You're going to be flooded with opportunities. Why? Because God said the wrong people are no longer there. The wrong people are gone. So God said, now I can finally send you the right people. Now I can finally send you opportunities that you've been wanting for a long time. It's not that you've lost opportunities. God just put these things on hold for you for a right time, for the right time, for the right divine appointed moment of your life. And that divine appointed moment, a lot of times, is when certain people aren't there. You know, sometimes God even have to move you from where you are so you can prosper. I want you to know too, when you move to different places, pray over these places before you move. Before you move into your home, I don't care what it is, a condo, an apartment, whatever it is, pray over that place, because demons are very territorial. Most people miss that. Demons are very territorial. This is why when Jesus was casting out the devils out of that man. And the devils asked the Lord, send us into the pigs, send us into the swine. You guys remember that story? Because demons are territorial. They didn't mind the Lord rebuking him and casting him out of that man, but they did not want to be removed from that location. Some of you have been in the fight of your life because of certain people. Some of you have gone through so much unnecessary hardship because of people. I want you to think positive for the rest of your life, but I want you to go through your life realizing that everybody that smiles at you don't love you. Everybody that shows you a fair face don't mean that genuineness towards you. They absolutely do not. Some people will wish today that they were never born because the hell that's getting ready to be unleashed in their life is going to be something that's going to be so unbearable. The judgment that God will give people. Think about Pharaoh. Think about when the Lord was releasing his people from captivity, when he was releasing his people from bondage. Look how long they cried out. God heard them the first day they prayed, but he just had a divine time, a divine appointment when he was going to physically release his people. God released you the first day that you prayed. He told you yes. God was just getting the circumstances in order. And you know what, family? God gave people so many opportunities to leave you alone. God gives people so many chances because he's long suffering. And if you're not spiritually minded, you're going to think that God is an unfair God. You want God to just upright destroy your enemies. Leave that to God. Pray for your enemies that they will come unto the light of the Lord. But the judgment that God is going to give people, they're going to wish the God that they were never born. I'm telling you, because the things that these people are going to endure, the things that these people are going to go through with, they're going to regret touching you. They're going to regret whatever they did, whatever they put in motion that they wanted to cause so much hell in your life. They're going to regret the day that they've done that. They're going to regret the day they broke your heart. When they see you happy and when they see you healed, they're going to regret that day. When people see you prospering and living out your dream, being fulfilled, happy, whole, complete, nothing missing, lacking, or broken in your life, they're not going to like it. God will hit the enemy where it hurts. So leave all of these things to God and just focus on where God is taking you. Always remember that it's not where you've been, but it sure is where you are going. I'm telling you, family, get around some positive people. If you don't have any positive people in your corner, get yourself around positive, God-fearing, praying people that will honestly intercede for you. You know, the Bible tells us that the effectual, fervent prayer of the righteous availeth much. He said that effectual, fervent, that hot prayer that you pray, he said, that's the prayer that I'm looking for. I'm telling you, family, God's going to do it for you because that's the kind of God that he is. Let God do it, because when God does it, it's finished. Hashtag that. It's finished. It is. It is finished. How do you let God deal with it? Don't try to deal with it on your own. When the enemy tempts you to start doing something toward that issue, that problem that you're having, other than praying, don't do it. Don't let the devil tempt your family. Leave this to God, because God is the one that's going to get in the ring and give your enemies a knockout, and they're not going to come back. They can count to 25 to 10. It doesn't matter. They're not going to come back from it. And the reason why they're not going to come back from it, because they've been warned so many times. People have been warned. God says it's better that you will have a millstone tied around your neck and cast in the sea than come from my people. It's in the eyes of people, you're the least ones. The people that counted you out. God said, when you come for people that can't defend themselves, when you come for vulnerable people, when you come for people like that, God said, you do it to me, because in the eyes of people, they look at you as you are the least. God said, no, but you are the most likely to succeed. The people, you may look like the least likely to succeed, the least likely to success. But see, God ain't doing nothing but setting you up, family. God is doing nothing but setting you up for a great future. Let God do this thing his way, and you just focus on the things that God has for you. Keep your focus on where you're going in this world. Keep your focus on the great things that God has for you, because God said, I'm going to show you great and mighty things that you've never known. Can you imagine that? Yes, you. God is going to show you great and mighty things that you've never known. I'm proud of every one of you. I'm grateful for your support. I'm thankful that you are progressing in your life. I'm thankful that you are being encouraged. You're staying inspired and you're staying motivated. I'm so grateful. But for your enemies, we're going to continue to pray for our enemies because I'm telling you, people are going to regret the day that they were born because all of the judgment, I mean, the harshness of it, I mean, the intensity of the judgment, they're going to wish they were never born because it's going to be so hard. It's going to be so difficult. People are going to regret this, family. I'm telling you, don't touch this. Don't put your hands in this. You know, the enemy may tempt you to do it. Don't put your hands in this. God said, I got it. God said, I'm going to knock your enemy out. I'm going to buckle the knee and I'm going to knock the enemy out. I'm going to cause the enemies of your life to be your footstool. And you are going to use these people as a stepping stone to get ahead. They thought they knock you back. They thought they knock you down so you can get up. But no, family, these were only building blocks that God is going to use for your life and your future. People will regret. Who were we talking about? We're talking about the enemies of your life, the adversaries of your life that try to make your life so hard and so difficult. They will regret the day that they came for you. I'm telling you, it just doesn't pay to touch God's children. It doesn't. It doesn't pay to judge. It doesn't pay to come for God's people. The enemy knows the children of God. He knows. So don't think people don't know you. They know you. This is why some choose to love you authentically. And this is why some people choose to hate you so much because they know who you are. God's people know his own people, and the enemy knows God's people too. So you don't have to question yourself and ask yourself, why are they bothering me? Because you are the light that they hate. You are the light that demons tremble. You are a light that make demons so uncomfortable. You make demons nervous, family of God. They hate your presence. But for the things that they've done, God said, I'm going to use that to be your stepping stone. It's going to build you. What tried to destroy you, God said, no, that's the very thing I'm going to use to build your life. This is the very thing that I'm going to use to elevate your life. So go through the test, go through the waters. Why? Because God is going to build a bridge so you can get safely to the other side. Thank y'all for tuning in our broadcast. I love all of you so much. Stay encouraged in the Lord. And remember, not a weapon form shall prosper. It'll form, but God said it'll never prosper. Talk later.